Hi everyone, and welcome to Language Mysteries channel. In previous clips for evolution of languages we have checked the family and home words throughout the Indo-European languages from India to Spain. In this video, we'll explore how numbers from 1 to 10 appear across different Indo-European languages, and how they reveal deep historical connections. Numbers are one of the oldest tools created by humans. From the beginning of civilization, humans searched for a way to make sense of the chaos around them. Without them, there would be no history, no science, no progress, only guesswork and confusion. For example, in science, every discovery, every formula, every measurement begins with a number. In the modern world, numbers gained a new form, a language built from only two symbols, 0 and 1. This is the foundation of every computer, every smartphone, every digital system we rely on. We needed numbers to measure time, count objects, and understand the world around us, and every culture shaped its own way of counting, and these ancient voices still echo in the numbers we speak today. Every culture developed its own way to count, and over time these systems became the numbers we use today, and by studying numbers in different languages, we can learn how people lived, communicated, and shared ideas across history. Let's dive into Indo-European languages and see how they express numbers. 1 is the first number, of course, not counting 0. The root of the 1 comes from the Proto-Indo-European forms oinos and oikos. Across Indo-European languages, we can see how this root developed. Many languages, especially Germanic, Slavic, and Romance, preserve forms related to oinos. Others, mainly in the Indo-Iranian branch, show forms linked to oikos, although some words may have changed or disappeared over the course of history. The second number is 2. Once again, we can see how Indo-European languages share similar forms. The ancient Proto-Indo-European root is reconstructed as dwo. In Kurdish, Persian, Baluchi, Pashto, and Tajiki, the word is du, which stays very close to the original root. Indo-Aryan languages also preserve this form as du, as you can hear in Marathi, Hindi, Bengali, and Punjabi. In Slavic languages such as Russian, Ukrainian, and Polish, the number appears as dva, again clearly related. In Germanic languages, the original D sound shifted to T, giving us forms like two in English and two in Danish. In the Romance languages, Spanish, French, and Italian, dos, and der, du also reflect the ancient root. So overall, most Indo-European languages preserve the same basic pattern from dwo, with Germanic languages showing a typical D to T sound change. Number 3. The Proto-Indo-European root for 3 is tres or tree. Now let's look at how different Indo-European branches preserve this word. In the Indo-Aryan languages, the forms are very close to the original root, especially when we ignore the added R sound in some languages. In the Iranian languages, the word changed more noticeably. The original T sound often shifted to S, giving us forms like say. In some cases, T even shifted to D. We can also see the Slavic forms here, which generally preserve the original TR sound. Germanic languages mostly keep the T at the beginning, although in some dialects or historical stages it may have shifted toward D. In the Romance languages, Spanish, French, and Italian, the forms tres, trois, and tre also reflect the ancient root. And we can see similar forms in the Baltic languages, Armenian, Irish, and Greek. Overall, the Indo-European family splits into two main patterns for the number 3, languages beginning with T or D, and languages beginning with S, such as say. Number 4. The Proto-Indo-European root in number 4 is reconstructed as quetuors or quor. Now let's look at how different Indo-European branches preserve this ancient form. In the Romance languages, we clearly see the connection to the original root. Forms like quattro or quattro closely resemble the old ko sound. In the Germanic languages, the initial K shifted to F, giving us forms such as for and fiu. Even with this change, the link to the original root remains strong. In Slavic languages like Polish, Ukrainian, and Russian, the word begins with H sound like chteri and charteri, which still traces back to the ko origin. In the Indo-Aryan languages, the number 4 typically starts with ch, as in char in Hindi and Marathi. Similarly, in the Iranian branch we also find jar, maintaining a clear relationship with the ancient kwa. Across Indo-European languages, the word for the shows variation, but the similarity is still unmistakable. Most forms begin with k, ch, and f, which being especially common today. Number 5. The Proto-Indo-European root for 5 is penk. Here we can see how different Indo-European languages preserve this ancient form, often very closely. In the Iranian languages, the word appears as penj or pench. Here, the original final K softened into J to make pronunciation easier. We see similar patterns in the Indo-Aryan and Slavic branches. Many of their forms remain close to the original penk. In the Germanic languages, the initial P shifted to F, giving us forms such as 5 in English and fem in Danish. In the Romance languages, the beginning of the word changed slightly, but the connection to the ancient root is still clear in sank and cinco. We can also observe strong similarities in the Baltic, Armenian, Irish, and Greek forms. Overall, the Indo-European languages fall into a few main groups for the numbered 5, those beginning with P, those beginning with F, and a smaller group with S-like beginnings. In the next video, we'll continue with numbers 6 to 10 in Indo-European languages. Share how you say the numbers from 1 to 10 in your language in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.